biscuit drops, the place explodes. And you can't stop.
EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League. We play to win.
On the visitor sideline, Bills head coach Sean McDermott. His guys holding their own, 6-2 over their last 8. Opposite him on the Texans sideline, D'Amico Ryans. His guys ready to feed off the energy in this building as they try to win one in front of the About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night primetime. And they will ring them down a couple yards shy of the 30. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his 3rd season in the league.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. You look at this Buffalo defense. They come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Daquan Jones. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Stroud out of the gun here. That's complete to Dell. 2nd and 5. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Now Stroud. He'll try and do this himself. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Stroud working out of the gun. That's going to be caught by Kirk. That'll be a gain of 16. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They run for it with Mixon. And he will have the first down, but hold everything. A flag is down. This one might not stand.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And it's now 3-0 Texans.
And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well, so your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
For the Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. One touchdown pass. They didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. It doesn't put them in bad situations.
There are the numbers for Cook from a week ago. 17 carries, 139 yards.
Well, obviously, he didn't have a great deal of time between games, having to turn around on a short week and get ready for Thursday night football. But he said in pregame, he was feeling pretty good and felt more recovered from last week's contest than he would have expected. Didn't seem to think this short week was going to affect him much as he chases a big performance here in prime time.
A gain of 19 yards. And the Bills first down.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that'll bring up second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second down.
Now Allen. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. 3rd and 2.
A 3-yard gain on the play.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. He shifts past him. And he is going to have the Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
They run again on 1st down. Cook. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. It's Davis on the counter. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. He's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line.
The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They try again with Cook. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset about a missed opportunity.
Allen now on 3rd and goal.
And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown.
Touchdown, Buffalo.
A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Bills have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead.
No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Texans offense and Nico Collins heading onto the field. And as we play here in the month of November, he's putting together a campaign to remember the NFL's leader amongst wideouts in touchdown receptions. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
3rd and 9 here.
At the 23-yard line. A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Stroud looking to throw.
Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8.
Throwing now is Stroud.
And his throw here is going to be incomplete. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Stroud. And that's going to be incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
So here come the Bills out for their 2nd drive.
They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
2nd down and 6 now from the 26.
Here's Allen.
He'll fire deep, looking for more.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Holding offense.
Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Allen going to throw.
And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down.
He'll dump this off to Cook. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20.
On 4th down, Jake Camarda on to punt for Buffalo.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And now out comes Houston.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. To about the 40-yard line.
The numbers for Mixon last week, 19 carries, 98 yards, and a score.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
Quick throw by Stroud, complete out wide. Look at the big man rumble.
And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line.
48 yards. And the Texans first down. First and 10 at the 12.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep and a run up the middle with Nick.
And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's 2nd down.
They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10. A shotgun snap to Stroud.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
3rd down and 8 yards to go.
And Stroud now to throw.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Bad place to fumble down here in the red zone. At least they got it. They'll have another shot. Or no, they won't have another shot. It's going to be 4th down. Maybe they could at least salvage 3.
And they were thinking 6 points because at this position of the field, it's go time, right? You take your shots at the end zone. They weren't able to do that one. So you look over at the sideline, there's head coach saying, oh, heck, kick it, field goal time.
So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, With no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Bills offense and running back James Cook heading onto the field. And they love to find different ways to get him the football. We know that. And you can see he comes into this week second in the NFL in receiving yards. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it. And they will score a pick six for the Texans TV. And no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick six.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
Extra point by Fairbairn out and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And here come the Bills. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
First down. First and 10.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he stopped immediately there.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Allen powering forward. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Throwing now is Allen. He's got the connection to Moore. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. I've seen, you and I both in the practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation.
Touchdown, Houston. Joe Mixon with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
We know it's primarily a passing league now, but anytime a runner breaks one like that, you've got to have a secondary that can find a way to it and find a way to get him on the ground. Absent of that, he's going to find the end zone every time.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead now stands at 13. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride to the offense this go-around. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down.
That's good for the Bills. First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Cook up the gut. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. A gain of 3, second down.
Three-yard pickup. Brings up second and 7.
Allen off the play fake. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Bills.
Operating from the gun. Allen, little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Brings up second and 5 at the 35-yard line.
Now Allen off the bootleg. A quick throw there is incomplete. Josh Palmer, the intended target. And it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun, it's Allen. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
First down. 24-yard gain on the play. First down, Buffalo.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Here's Allen to throw it. And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bills are back within a score. In the 2nd quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
An extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead will shrink to 6.
Bills, 14.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. The Texans on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Stroud to throw it. He's got his target. That's complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
First down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
First and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 45-yard line. From the gun, a give to Mixon. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Texans at 8-2 on the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Stroud sets up the play action. Short throw into the hands of Jordan. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Here's Stroud. He'll try to pick it up himself. And for the moment, this will be a first down. But we have a marker on the field. Let's see if this stands. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 30. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Mixon with a first down carry. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. Now Stroud. And that is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Stroud out of the gun here. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at his 24. T.J. Sanders busting through to get him for a loss of 6. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield. Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
A 41-yard attempt.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
Able to slither by. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. Now Allen. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. This 2nd and 4. Allen now looks to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. To throw, it's Allen. Shakir hauls it in. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
To the air, Allen completes to Shakir once again. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
A gain of 9 yards.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Tyler Bass for the Bills field goal. A 45-yard attempt.
The kick by Bass is good. And that'll move them back within 6 now. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks will tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, great work as always. We'll see what the second half brings here. These two defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads at intermission. These offenses, they have had their way so far. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And the Bills offense set to take over to begin quarter number 3. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Has his man. It's Shakir. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
Offense.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now Allen. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get the shoulders, get him wide. He's going to pick up a holding call.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second down at the 19-yard line.
Here's Allen. Setting up the screen for Cook. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
James Cook. It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's third down.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. It's caught by Coleman. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
The Bills send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards.
And the Texans will take over. The Texans offense and running back Joe Mixon set to take over once more.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Well, both sides searching for adjustments.
A gain of 10 yards. And the Texans first down.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. That's caught again by Schultz.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a second and short.
Second and 1 at the 50-yard line.
Mixing up the middle. Ooh, the juke. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
113 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
Now he'll take this and run. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Give him a couple on the scramble, and it's second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Stroud looking to throw. Got his man down.
And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 23.
13 yards on the play. That's another Texan.
A shotgun snap to Stroud.
He's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34.
T.J. Sanders. His second sack of the night.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Third down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
So he's got another field goal. His 4th now in the game. He's making it look easy out there.
He certainly is, and they're always aiming for a swing of the leg that repeats under pressure, right? So nothing's different. He's got that right now because confidence is breeding confidence.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
On play action, Allen.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Allen going to throw. He's going to look deep for more. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
On to punt is Camarda as he sends this one away.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
The Texans offense had C.J. Stroud getting ready for this next drive. And he had one in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him. And he'll look to keep it rolling right here. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
And they run the option on 2nd down.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down.
Throwing now is Stroud. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Stroud.
This is caught. It's Kirk.
The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. Well, hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 42-yard line. He's got Higgins over the middle.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Here's a give to Mixon. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
2nd down in the yard.
It's a gain of 9.
Hand off to Mixon. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll change things up. Stroud will throw it. Now he's going to step up and run.
And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the 1st down marker.
Now a 2nd and 6.
At the Bills' 11-yard line.
Stroud working out of the gun. Now he'll tuck this and run.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
Stroud to throw it.
And traveling, he'll go down back at the 12. Daquan Jones able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Fairbairn on for the field goal. A 29-yard attempt.
Fairbairn able to put this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. So yet another field goal to end the drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often. But you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
The Bills offense now, they get set to head back on the field.
Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. And the slot man goes in motion left.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back now in Houston. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4. Allen from the gun on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
The Bills send the punter out as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away.
That's returnable now for Smith.
And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Here's Stroud.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And the defense says they have it. They do. One play into the ball game, an early turnover.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here. Not done in the 4th.
Buffalo set to get the football back here. They trail by 2 scores in the 4th, and their defense did its job getting the fumble recovery. Well, time to see what this offense has left in the tank.
Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
On play action, Allen. He's got a man. It's his fullback. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here.
Now Allen.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Bills are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
And the Bills, 1st down.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Allen again.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
They'll try the middle with Cook. And they'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
To the air, Allen. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get nothing out of that one. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Completed pass brings up a 4th down situation. Do you play analytics on this one? Well, what do your analytics tell you about going for it here? I wonder what they would say.
They tell me you're down by this margin 4th quarter. You're going.
The kick by Bass is good.
And that lead is back down to 9 now.
So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The home team's offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout.
So here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. That play could never get started thanks to the defensive effort of Shaq Thompson.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
And Stroud now to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line.
The Bills' offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been the star of the show as they have just had absolutely no answers for him defensively.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
And they'll begin by running the option.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker.
From the 29, here's a 2nd and 7.
To throw, it's Allen. And this is Cook with a grab. gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
That's good for a Bills first down. It's a gain of
Here's Allen to throw it. Right back to Cook for another completion. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 48-yard line. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 46-yard line.
Allen now looks to throw. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
4. Brings up 3rd and 3.
3rd down, here's a run by Cook. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle.
That's caught inside the 20. And they'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Nico Collins, 59 yards. And the Texans extend their lead, and they are about to get to a 9-2 record. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. That's now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year.
The Texans will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Stroud's going to try to throw for the conversion. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2, they don't get it. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Off the play fake. Allen looking left side. That's caught by Moore. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's Allen. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Now, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
I'm darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Throwing now is Allen. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll run for it. Cook. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Throw left side complete. That's Schultz. And he's going to lose yardage here.
He's brought down back at the 40-yard line.
Stroud looking to throw. And he rifles one incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Stroud. And the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
2nd and goal at the 8-yard line.
And they just did not get the snap away in time.
Delay of game, offense.
Can't afford another delay here as they come up again on 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Stroud.
Yeah, that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd and
now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
They'll try and do this himself.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the field goal. A 28-yard attempt.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
Allen.
Now he's going to step up and run.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
And the Bills first down.
Now a give running right, it's Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
That's fully Fatukasi into the backfield with ease and making the stick for a loss.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Firing quickly is Allen. That's complete. 3rd and 12.
It's a gain of a yard.
To the shotgun snap to Allen. And that is incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. One final try here for Allen. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Result of the play is a turnover on down.
It's Mixon on the counter. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And they'll have it in the red zone before it crosses over out of bounds.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
1st and 10.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Tackled by DeMar Hamlin. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the 12-yard line.
Now Joe Mixon. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets, defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Helping with just a field goal, that's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for the Texans, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Indianapolis next week. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5.
And they'll be on the road next week as they travel to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers.
I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.